Now that you're an NCSA verified athlete, the best way to show college coaches that you are ready to play at the next level is through your skills video. Creating your video can be rather easy if you follow a couple of steps. First, make sure that you're using the right tools for the job. Second, be aware that there are very specific angles that coaches want to see. And third, you've got to go 100% at all times because coaches will assume that you are, and you never want to make a bad first impression. Before you start filming your video, make sure you have the right tools. Your first impression to a coach will be what you're wearing. Make sure that you're wearing proper clothing, preferably a jersey and athletic pants or your uniform. To make your video a success, you'll need one adult and a few teammates. One of your helpers will be working as your counterpart on the field. This person should be athletic. NCSA would recommend a teammate or a sibling for this position. The other person helping you should be someone competent in running a camera. Remember that the quality of your video relies on everyone involved in creating it. The next thing you'll need is a proper camera. Going hand in hand with the camera is a tripod. Not only will a tripod provide support for the camera, but it will also help produce a clear, still image for coaches to see you. Now that you have the right tools for filming your video, you're ready to shoot. Shooting from the correct angles is the most important thing to remember. Not only does this help the evaluation process for coaches, but it helps the NCSA video department with creating your final product. Each position has a number of angles that coaches use to evaluate players. By shooting all of those angles, you're giving coaches as many examples of your skills as possible, making it easier for them to determine if you're a right fit for their program. A few things to remember while filming infield positions is to make sure your zoom or distance to the play isn't too tight. Each play that stretches the player to the right or left should be fully in view so that coaches can evaluate the player's footwork, glove skills, and throwing motion. It's important to keep the camera from following the ball across the infield. Coaches tend to get a little seasick because of all the quick motions. The proper way to show where the throws are going is to reverse the angle, showing the player from the backside throwing across the infield while not having to move the camera's direction. The angles that differentiate between middle infielders and corner infielders are the double play balls. Make sure you and your helper can work a double play combination from both sides, receiving the ball at the base and throwing the ball to the base. For first baseman, coaches would like to see the player start as if they are holding the runner on to their fielding position. One thing to remember for all fielding skills is that the ball in play should be hit off a bat instead of thrown into play. Not only will this help show the unpredictability of the ball on the field, but it will also reenact different ground ball speeds to the player. When filming outfield skills, baseball coaches recommend fielding the position from right field. Coaches respond to this because they are able to read the player's reaction off the bat, as well as their arm strength to third base and home plate. This is not the case for softball players. Softball players should be filmed playing their natural position. When you are partaking in outfield skills, be aware that this is an exhausting process. NCSA recommends that outfield skills be either filmed on a separate day or when your arm feels fresh. The two essential camera positions for hitting are behind the plate and from outside the opposite batter's box. Showing your hitting skills are equally important as showing off your fielding skills. Remember, when you are filming from behind the batter, to be as close to the cage or net as possible as to not obstruct the coach's view. Although hitting off a tee and hitting soft toss balls can help construct your swing during practice, coaches are not looking to see you hit these. Instead, make sure that you're hitting regular batting practice from either a live pitcher or a pitching machine. When it comes to pitching, softball and baseball coaches are looking for a few different angles. Both coaches are looking for angles shown from behind the pitcher as well as behind the catcher. Remember, when filming these angles, that a pitcher's follow-through may sometimes block the pitch's location. If this is the case, make an adjustment to your angle by moving the camera about a foot either to the right or left as to obtain a clear view of the pitch and its final location. The difference in the two sports lies in the side angle view. Softball coaches are looking for consistency in your strides as well as proper hip and leg movement. Catchers require a number of different skills, and showing them off from the correct angles will help show coaches you're the right fit for their program. Framing, blocking, covering bunts, and throwing to bases are extremely important. Filming your throws is a lot like filming a pitcher's throw. Make sure that your follow-through doesn't block the destination of the ball. The best camera position to show off throws to bases is behind the base itself. This will give the coach a clear angle of the catcher coming out of their stance and the exact location of where the ball ends up. The best thing that you can show in your video is a positive attitude. If you make a bad play or miss a swing, move on to the next. The NCSA video team is here to make the best highlight video for you. From running to make every play, to taking the time to make sure your video has all the right angles a coach can ask for, put yourself ahead of the game by showing you're a responsible athlete ready for a chance. Remember, your video is your best shot to play at the collegiate level. Show them you're ready.